Alright, so I'll note that someone actually sent me an email to let me know about, like, the thing where you can basically, like, automate your, like, settlements and sectors, or, the systems in this game. So, what you have to basically do to get these, like, things to basically automate these, like, sectors and such. You go to the Emperor screen, you go to Systems, and then any, like, sector you want to basically sort of automate, what you basically do, and that's just right over there. I'm gonna probably like work on that manually, I guess. Or actually, you know what? Let's just do it this way. We'll still automate it. So under the sector basically up here, if I want to basically automate it, we'll just go to like Emperor Systems, and I'll like hold and right, like a left click basically for like the system here. Basically, how it works is you have to hold it down for like a few seconds, and then like it'll basically automate the sector, and then like it'll start basically doing whatever you basically want to for a little bit. And really, it's gonna do it basically this like to all of them, so I actually like don't have to basically deal with like all these sectors anymore. Now, although I don't really like this idea like early on in the game, like auto building or like your stuff. Basically, this game, what does it actually use like the AI like build menu for like building up stuff, but it's not very like shall we say as focused as like say like Sid Meier's like simulation games or stuff like that. The auto build in this game will basically like have these like systems. It'll basically like pick like a random thing to basically build. It could be like they may start building like say laboratories and like some of my Intel like farm areas or something like that. So it's not perfect, but we're just gonna do this right now, so you don't have to see me basically like go through my systems constantly. But first, I'll be like still doing its stuff, so just like leave it there. Sure, we'll leave like, those things right there for now. I'll keep building its battleships. Alright, so basically it's like put these like sectors like a lot of them into like auto build like mode. What it'll basically do is like when it's like complete like say it's basic laboratory in like Abydos, it'll basically automatically start like setting up something else to be built like next turn. So I don't basically have to go into it to like build up stuff anymore. Actually, thinking about it, I don't want Abydos basically like auto building, so let's take that off for now. This is one of my sectors I can use to build up like troops and stuff, so we're just gonna like build troops and like battleships and stuff like that there. So that'll be the plan. And really, at this point, I'm just gonna go through my sectors and like decide what's gonna be like building stuff and what isn't. So let's go to the system here, Archer, for example. All right, Kentaris. So I'll basically take off Kentaris because it's basically like got a lot of fabricators that we can use to build up stuff. So it'll build up like what it needs to over here basically. Alright, so I'm basically currently still building like black forms here in Sapphire. That's fine for now. We'll just let him build this stuff up so basically we can have like some extra troops. Maybe I want a little bit more development of like stuff here, I guess. So there, get this done a little bit faster in Heka. Oops. Alright, Tabit here. I would technically still build this up automatically myself, like manually, but we're just gonna probably just leave it be for now, because you've seen me enough, like in system screens like this, basically doing stuff. technically this would be like a good idea where we could actually like have like systems like automatically look after themselves. And technically the first game, Birth of the Federation, actually did this with like, you know, an automatic build feature. But even it had like a sort of like, you know, build up like economic or build up military type of like, you know, setup for it. So it wouldn't be as bad as like it was like here. Listia might build up stuff, so we'll take off Listia for now. Whoops. Nox might be another one, but really Nox us be used to like, you know. Well, you know what? Let's set Nox up the like, you know, manual for now, because I might be able to use it for stuff like that. Offset's fine. Savar. And yes, all the lovely things you have to do basically in this game to like, you know, get things basically set up to go. Especially when you're like got like a big system, like, you know, a big amount of like, you know, empire space like I do right now. Torquios has lots of fabricators. We're gonna set Torquios basically to be like manual for now because we're gonna get basically set up better than a CPU can. There's Arcturus. Whatever. Do whatever we want. Cyborg will be a system I can use to do stuff with, so... Oops. At least I found it. Take that off. Isn't it fun? Just watch me like go in here and like, you know, just slowly and manually just do everything here. Sakai has a lot of like stuff in here. Sakai wouldn't be a bad planet to like use to build up stuff, so sure, why not? Basically, the idea here is like I don't want to be like managing all these different sectors like constantly, so just get everything basically like, you know, set up, you know, properly and not worry about it. Oh, these guys over here, I forgot about them. They're still building up their fabricators so they can, like, you know, do stuff for me, so... Al-Assad. This is the only like, real problem with this game, is like trying to find like the certain sectors in this menu to like do stuff like this. There it is. Let's try and get this stuff all built up and let's go from there. Zambria is still building stuff. Borif, Eileen. Honestly, at least just build this up and then we'll just go from there. Autos is fine. Alright, well, I think at this point basically like gone through like all like the different sectors, so... Alright, well, let's get back to playing, shall we? So yeah, basically like, you know, that's the thing, like, you know, you can like set your like, you know, stuff to odd build and like you don't have to worry about as much. Like, not only have to like worry about like these like systems here that are in blue, and the rest are all like odd building for me, so... Far better basically. Far easier to manage. We'll see what the Omega Line suffers basically like following here.
We claim this system in the name of the Rotharian Star Network.
Well, the crew were wiped out, so we got our system, like, you know, through colonization, I guess.
Our Secret Service has news for us.
And we transfer some money to the Arkansans. Let's just turn this on, do this a little bit. Why are you not maximizing your industry over here? It's not really a big issue if like they don't do anything in Kuror, but you know, we prefer to actually try and build up stuff. Actually, you know what? Kuror would be a perfect like, you know, example where I can like, you know, have the manager off and let's automatically build this guy up with like, you know, stuff. I could possibly make it Kuror into like its like own like shipbuilding system sector, so why not? We'll do that maybe. Let's keep giving this guy money. Low corruptibility means they're like taking longer to like, you know, get their stuff up or whatever. Alright, Kanavik, Droglif, Eileen. Now, if I go to my system building menu for Driz here, where the heck is Driz? Basically, I'll note that these guys have empty sectors right now for like their odd build, but you know, if I leave them till next turn, they should automatically build something up, so I won't have to worry about them. So we're just gonna leave those guys alone and let's watch what basically happens like next turn with like, you know, these guys building up stuff. On the other hand, something like Abydos, which is like, you know, not like, you know, building up anything, actually be like, you know, mainly like, you know, set, so. What do I want to build here? What do I want to build? I guess this one will build some like, you know, transports to do some stuff with, so. We'll start pumping out transports from there. Alright, so I basically explore everything down here. My little scout here.
Affirmative.
We'll build an outpost right there and then like, you know, I'll basically be able to access all like coalition territory if I need to. Give me a moment. I'll have to get the star bases basically up and stuff like that. Now, I'm not sure if you're saying his colony ship's down here or not, but whatever. This is all good.
Select a planet for terraforming.
Let's get to work on that for now. It'll be nice when I get these like Myers basically join me because I'll have like, you know, not much closer to basically winning, but you know. Still ways a way for getting that, I guess. You know, let's notice I'm making a lot less money right now. That could be because I was using like my other guys like to like, you know, make up monies, and now like they're odd billing and they're like not as making as much money. So we'll see basically if I'm losing a lot of money basically with the odd bill here, and like, you know, if that's basically said like to have like some sectors like, basically making money for me as a thing, but whatever. Function's just been sitting on his capital there, but not doing anything. He might be attacking there, who really knows? Apparently I don't have a chance of killing that thing, so let's leave it alone. I guess that scout's just fine right there for now. Actually, you know what? Let's send a scout over here to, like, you know,
Affirmative.
join these, you know, crappy ships, because why not?
Affirmative. Affirmative.
Might as well just, you know, make them merge, because why not? The Vitalians have fallen. Why did that happen?
We have a new technology. We have a new technology. We have a new technology.
Our Secret Service has news for us.
The brain was subjugated, apparently. Alright, well, subjugation is basically happening. You know, I've never actually seen, like, the, you know, the major empires, like, subjugate, like, you know, Myers like this, like, you know, constantly. It didn't even happen in my other playthroughs, which was, like, you know, interesting to see, but, like, it finally happened, but whatever. Basically, how it works is, if you have, like, you know, some troops on, like, a transport, and you have, like, enough warships, you can sometimes, like, subjugate these, like, you know, systems. It's really hard for the player to do, but, you know, the AI seems to do, like, you know, just fine for the most part, so... It's kicking ass.
We will begin constructing the outpost. Select a planet for terraforming.
Either of these are going to take some time to colonize, so whatever, just get to work on it.
Select a planet for terraforming.
Just get to work. I guess they were probably wiped out by, like, you know... I guess the Omega Alliance may be wiped out by Vitalians, who really knows? I have no idea. Alright, now I only need, like, 29 signed, like, contracts to win, so... as like Mario Party is being wiped out, it makes it a little bit easier basically to win now. Technically. I suppose that's like one way of like winning this game is like wipe out the guys who are hostile and like, you know, keep around the guys who aren't. Keep cloaking. And yeah, don't bother up here my credits. Basically, like it says, like I have like no credits, but you know we're still making lots of money, so obviously still working and such. All right, now here in Nox, by the way, I'm probably gonna start building up some troops here because, like, you know, it's a big system for like building up stuff. So let's build up a few drones maybe here. Or not drones, but, you know, thorns. He seems like a good, like, unit, but, you know, basically, like, they're meant to, like, be, like, to hold the fort, so to speak, so not really be carried around, obviously. Bring subject to Bytolans are wiped out, the corn started Radifori. The transfer some money to the, you know, Arcasans. There we go, full, like, you know, they like us fully now. And I got some research basically done and like stuff, so hooray for that. See, I'll note that these systems here, by the way, they're all building stuff, even though, like, you know, they like say like they're not. Basically, when you have like odd build on, they'll still build stuff if they like, you know, nothing's like done with them. So as long as this is basically like, you know, here, we'll see something like being built in Eileen or like, you know, Prosperia when they're basically like, out of stuff. And you know, it's actually not the out build feature, by the way, in this game. If I want to, I can go into say like, you know, Eileen here, for example, and be like, you know what? I want you to basically build up, say like, you know, the Palace of Eileen right now. And it'll build that up, and it'll like build it first, and it'll build up, you know, whatever basically wants to right after that. So the all build feature is pretty useful if you want to basically make sure you're always like building stuff in like these sectors. That's pretty much what I want to be doing right now. Is it's like automatically always building. So that's how I'm just gonna set up. They have no relations with humans guitar, these guys, but whatever. Alright, so are these guys being hostile to each other? I do not know. Let's hail.
We have a new technology.
Our scientists have completed a
Our
research
Secret
project.
Service has news for us.
Alright, well, the brain basically terminated my agreement with him, and what happened to the Arcasans here? Did I get bribed? It's very possible these guys got bribed by someone, because, you know, that could happen. So, now I got no acceptance with them, I guess, so whatever. Friendship. Alright, we're down to special research again. Now, don't bother at this point that, like, for research here. Whoop. Well, I guess we're gonna get this one now. I'm not with, like, research here, by the way. Basically, once you get up to, like, level 10 of this stuff, you're, like, usually destined to win, basically, in this game. But, you know, because I've turned it off, I'll have to, like, you know, look to win, basically, through other means. I was thinking, like, you know, possibly trying to use diplomacy basically to do it, but, you know, we'll probably get intellections first. But, you know, just throw it out there as, like, you know, how, like, you know, basically win this game, like, you know, usually, like, you win, like, through research, but I just deactivate for, like, this, like, you know, tutorial because I just didn't want to try it off yet again. For guys basically watching this again. But whatever. So where's Antares? Well, whatever, I'm happy with like the concepts like, you know, blowing it up, I guess. I guess in hindsight, by the way, I should have conquered Brain myself or terminated him with like, you know, pure like, you know, firepower, but whatever. It just goes to show, some like, you know, like these Mars are like not usually worth like, you know, trying to ally with. It's better just to wipe them out. Alright, Coke is basically done. So this guy here is going to be my iridium mine. Currently it's producing quite a bit of iridium, but you know, let's get this stuff all going. Perfect. Sakai here is going to be starting to build troops, I think, for me. I'll note that morale, by the way, I think it's like impacted like this guy's like, you know, total output because basically he's only got barely over 2,000, but whatever. He's still able to produce enough, so why not?
Our Secret Service has news for us.
External Affairs has a message for us.
Oh, there we go. We got ourselves friendship again with these guys. You know, it's funny how, like, you know, they can still offer you, like, friendship after, like, losing all their influence, because, like, you know, it's not like the people they hate you or anything like that, it's just, like, you know, they kill the agreement for some reason. Alright, Listia. I was gonna build, like, you know, the rush room here for some reason. Not that I need to, but okay. I could actually probably build ships here if I want to. So why not? Let's build this stuff up here. Really, at this point, it's like, you know, just like, you know, just like preparing for the end game, so to speak. We're actually already in the end game, but whatever. Just throw that up right there. I really don't need this, but you know, let's just build this stuff up for, you know, the sake of building it up. Oh, those are my battleships, okay. So I got like a couple, like, you know, where Starbase's being like built over here, and once they're built, they're built. Now the real question I ask myself is, are the Woolens going to have like issues or not? Let's bribe the Heon again. No, that, you know, that note was bribed to Heon here. I want to keep the influence as low as possible, so to speak, so issues won't happen, so to speak. You know what's funny, by the way? even though, like, you know, there's been, like, you know, a bunch of mines conquered, like, you know, it's all been conquered by, like, you know, one different, like, you know, power, like, each time. So the Omega basically conquered a system, the Koran conquered a system, the Charter conquered a system. But because, like, they're all, like, different, like, factions, they, like, you know, it's still, like, only a big fact one. Very interesting.
We have a new technology.
Or is that built? Or, like, researched?
Our Secret Service has news for us. A Rotharian starbase is complete.
External Affairs has a message for us.
Alright, so we got ourselves, like, you know, friendship tree of, like, the Arcasins again, and it terminated, apparently. So they're being bribed constantly, apparently, these guys. Oh, you know what? I think these guys, like, you know, have a, you know, tree of someone else, so this is bribing away from, like, whoever they basically have cooperation with this right now. I don't know probably like victory conditions, probably this is like slowly building up pretty fast, but you know, if I want to basically build this up a lot faster, all I really have to do would be like something like this. So let's show off what happens when you're basically, like, you know, trying to buy, like, your stuff here, like, you know, constantly, so I was gonna set, like, you know, 10% basically, like, all these, like, different, like, you know, factions here. Sabotage diplomacy, and for these guys here, let's sabotage their military, I guess. Make sure Bork basically is like doing something right now, so you can build this up. Mesperia. Well, that's fine. It's Mesperia is basically building up stuff. That's fine. Oh, I know if my director basically fell here because I basically constantly building battleships and stuff. So more directorium basically to fix that problem. Battleships basically take off a lot of directorium basically builds. So. We'll do that. There's a lot of damn ships running around here.
Our Secret Service has news for us. A Rotharian outpost is complete.
External Affairs has a message for us.
We'll take that. Apparently I got some directorium from the Carter, but whatever. And hooray! Basically kill off some more like this stuff with these guys apparently. Alright, notice by the way that like you know, the whole lot of stuff here on like the Mega Alliance, by the way. I'll note that basically if I really want to like, you know, win this game really, really fast, all I have to do is like just sabotage like the like Omega Alliance over and over again. So let's just go like this and let's like, you know, start sabotaging the like Omega Alliance to like, you know, the pieces, so to speak. You know what? I don't care about core. I'll build. Even my fires basically cost a lot of stuff to build, by the way, so it takes time to build up stuff, unfortunately. We'll just let these guys basically just like sit for a little bit, I guess, so... Thorns! All over the place. Sure, why not? Build that up. You can build this up here. I don't need a ton of thorns, by the way, but you know, I just need like, you know, a few, so... We'll get a few of these like black thorns basically built all over the place, and like, you know, I'll pick up my transports and like send where I need to like send them. And these guys can hold 15,000 each, so they'll be able to hold like 5 like, you know, black thorns basically each, for the most part.
Affirmative.
So we'll send like this guy up here.
Affirmative.
One can go over here.
Affirmative.
Send one guy down here.
Affirmative.
Send a guy over there.
Affirmative.
Why not? We'll send this guy right there, I guess. Oh, there's a guy in Asa, okay.
Affirmative.
There we go. Just send transfer basically all those sector space to pick up guys if we need to, and then we'll start like, you know, send him down here basically like to gather up. You know, I find funny to colonize this because basically, like, you know, he wiped out the population and like just took over like the sector with like a colony ship. That's how the Mega Alliance rolls, you know. Fires my fleet of like, you know, 7 battleships down here.
Affirmative.
Oh no, by the way, it's like building up a fleet of battleships just so I can like, you know, have like a suitable force base to fight these guys if we need to, so that's at least done now. Now for a trade grant, we'll obviously hopefully take that from him. Hail. Hail.
Our Secret Service has news for us.
External Affairs has a message for us.
Well, the Hin are having their stuff blown up. For some reason I'm still trading like the Arcasins, even though like, you know, we only just like our trade agreement like this back, but whatever. Oh, I know all like the like, you know, sabotage attempts basically on like the Mega Alliance here. So I'm not basically like, you know, doing all of these like things here. It basically like gradually like, you know, boosts up my intel actions by a lot. So basically like, I wait like a few more turns, basically gonna win this way. And by the way, all these ships over here are like mine now, so we just like have access to like all these like ships here. He's got like no fleet again. We'll just gather my troops and like, you know, start setting them down basically to like, you know, ruck face, so to speak, so that will be the plan. And this guy can start building up, like, you know, stuff. Let's build some scouts here, I think, will be the plan. So there's my fighters. There's my scouts. Let's give them iridium hulls because I basically have access to like iridium, so why not? These guys aren't too expensive, basically on like iridium and stuff like that, so won't break the bank by spell a bunch of like iridium stuff for these guys. Apparently it's gonna take a while of abilities that you know for like just building up this stuff here a little bit, but whatever. I find it funny that like my scouts are basically just as like torpedo damaging as like the other guys, but whatever. They also have a speed of 4. Alright, let's build up like a few scouts then, just to destroy stuff with like their torpedoes at long range.
We will build a starbase.
Let's get a starbase down there. It's probably gonna take a few turns for these guys to get all over like to like where they're going, so
Affirmative.
just really should just get them to go.
Affirmative.
I'm not sure I sent him when it knocks.
Affirmative.
You know what I might just want to do by was just like wait a few turns to get my like battleship basically positioned over here in Driz. And I'll just like send like all these guys basically down here to like just crush everything that's in the way. Might use that transport to do some stuff with, because why not? I'm trying to send this guy like all the way over here to like build like a starbase or an outpost somewhere, or start to. I don't usually use like transport space to do stuff, so I'm just gonna scale that just for just get rid of it, I guess.
Our Secret Service has news for us.
More stuff based on the Omega Alliance there. So rapidly going up to like 300 or 400 like successful sabotage attempts at this point. That's one thing to say about this game, by the way. I think it's like it tailors like each like the different factions to like do their own thing a little too much. And it would have been better if like they sort of like all have like sort of like a common thing, and like they all have like different specialties to basically get there. I don't need to build that stuff, but why not? Let's just build it anyways. Kill time. Alright, Korko's built up his stuff here. Let's upgrade the radium mines at this point. You can build up this and this. It's gonna take a while for these transports to get to where they need to go, I guess, so... You know, at this point, let's go to the Volmer and see, like, do you want to be, like, you know, member space at this point? See if you want to do that with me. Maybe them as well. Might be asking a little bit too much, but we'll see. Alright, I think that transport is probably dead, but whatever.
Our Secret Service has news for us.
Oh good, they didn't kill me.
Terraforming has been completed. External Affairs has a message for us.
Alright, well apparently the character basically took that system before I had a chance to, like, to colonize like one of the sectors, but oh well. Not a big issue. Really, it's not a big issue for a simple fact that I can, like, send this guy down here, like, you know, take over these sectors, like, wipe them out. Oh! So this finally happened, by the way. Apparently we broke off a couple of these guys over here. So Drago Alliance, I'll take that. Mars want friendship, we'll take this. They got some money. Alright, so these guys are cooperating with the Corns apparently, so bribe the Corns. And yes, we apparently have, like, you know, friends like the Dragosphere, so I'll send that to them. Namaris like me a little bit, so we'll send money to them. Austin managed to terraform something here.
This system will be colonized.
That's actually barely a better idea than, like, you know,
Affirmative.
going after this one next, right? So let's, like, grab the system so they can't grab it from me. You know, it's worth noting, by the way, the sabotage for these guys is, like, you know, really is nothing. Like, you know, I have, like, nothing really to sabotage from the Omega Alliance, and it's, like, just doing it for the sake of doing it. Like, they have nothing basically to be sabotaged, but, you know, sabotage. Really what I should be doing at this point, like, going, like, say, like, something like this, so just melt them that way. You know, it's fine. If the interference is actually not worth it to, like, you know, wipe out, like, our factions, it's better to, like, this, like, you know, farm them for, like, you know, your sabotage attempts and stuff like that. That's, like, how you basically play, like, the, like, you know, the interference, like, just, like, you know, sit back and just, like, you know, cause panic, like, you know, with their spies and stuff. Why not build a few more of those? Just, like, do their own thing over here, I guess. Yeah, it's fine. Let's build stuff up here for now. And slowly but surely, these guys are slowly getting to, like, these sectors, so I can start, like, picking up guys, like, you know, send elsewhere. You know, I haven't realized I sabotaged like the corners enough that I could actually like get the other systems, but you know, very fast finally able to get them, I guess.
We claim this system in the name of the Rothair. Our Secret Service has news for us.
External Affairs has a message for us.
There we go. The Volmar basically joined me, so I finally have these guys basically on side. We'll just let Volmar do whatever they want to. I'm not going to care about them, so. Let's do that. Let them all build for a little bit. You know, I was gonna build like shipyards and stuff like that here in like Cyborg, but you know, it might just be more prudent basically to get to work basically like, you know, building troops here right away. I can build troops pretty fast here and pretty like close to the Mega Alliance, I guess, so they conquer if we need to. Probably really have it on my capital, so let's just get back to like, you know, more intel basically on my capital here. You know what, first can just do whatever it wants. I'll build. Al-Assad's over there. Fill that up. Yeah, that's perfect enough. We can just build like a few fires here to like do stuff with, so build them fires up. Okay, well, I think the Mega Alliance is going to get wiped up very soon, so grab the guys here. Whoops, I didn't mean to make it a flagship, oh well.
Affirmative.
Congratulations, you're my flagship. There we go, we got ourselves a small little, like, you know, flagship fleet right there. Merge these guys alone.
Affirmative. Affirmative.
Really, at this point, no more screwing around with this, like, you know. If I don't go to war with like these guys sooner, like, all gonna get wiped out, so
Affirmative.
we're just gonna help wipe them out, I guess.
Affirmative.
Put you down here.
Affirmative. Affirmative.
I don't know how my transport sale can't, you know, like transport all these, like, you know, troops even though like over to like their weight limit, but whatever, it's fine with me, I guess. There's many scouts, by the way. There's Pal Amp over here. And by the way, I now have access to all these, like, you know, ships over here to like do stuff with.
Affirmative.
You can just all grab her up over there. Alright, so, until this point, I'm really just gonna go to war with, like, the Mega Alliance to, like, you know, show off, like, the combat aspects of this game. It's been a little while, basically, for it to happen, but, you know, I'm not really, like, the combat, like, you know, species in this game. Like, I'll note that the Referens are basically the worst for, like, combat in this game. They're, like, more for defending themselves than they are for, like, you know, combating stuff, so It's always gonna be like the last thing I was gonna show off in this game, but whatever. We'll go to the Omega Alliance here, and we'll be like, you know, wartime, so to speak. You know, I find it funny that we basically have, like, you know, we've been, like, you know, not aggressive like the humans, like, this entire game, and they're, like, hated us, like, all for it, but whatever.
Affirmative.
They're still going up that way, so it's fine.
Affirmative.
I'll avoid those guys, so let's, you know, manually move him for a moment. Glad I caught that. So, hooray! Alliance of the Droglyph here. More money to him. Let's bribe someone, I guess, with him. Although I really only need the alliance basically for like the diplomatic victory if I want to go for it, like route, so that's really all I need from them, so hooray for that. And by the way, if, like, you know, Sabotage this turn around, notice that when we basically go after, like, economic, basically destroying, like, their, like, you know, the money and, like, you know, their ability to produce stuff. And I got a lot of stuff because, like, you know, just, like, killing it, so to speak, so why not? Damn it, I ran into this guy still, so retreat.
Our Secret Service has news for us.
External Affairs has a message for us.
Alright, so, I'm not by the way, this is something up with the reference bar. I actually don't like if you break their, like, trees like this, so... Yeah, some Rust assistants question a bit, like, break and reach a tree. I don't actually like that too much, but whatever. Money? Okay. Sure, we'll take this. Hooray! Friendship with them, and none with them. See if we get cooperation with them, just like, you know, see if we can get that now. I tried to bribe tomorrow, so we'll see if that basically does anything for me. By the way, it's worth noting that the Mars and the Droglyph, they basically have, like, you know, normal corruptibility, so we can get these up pretty fast. Let's give him a little bit more money. Now, I don't buy a lost bunch of trade routes here because basically, like, you know, we were trading like the Mega Alliance, no longer are we like doing so.
Affirmative. Affirmative. Affirmative.
But I can't get the Vitalius hasn't got a star dock in it, so or like we're not close enough with, like, you know, our allies, so whatever.
Affirmative.
We'll set these guys basically start attacking the system here in Lucius. I have no idea what this colony ship is basically over here, but okay.
Affirmative.
Down here he goes. We're just gonna try and conquer, you know, Royalston before, like, these guys are colonized themselves.
Affirmative.
Alright, this guy made it over here. We're just gonna pick up the troops that I have here. I'll send this guy back, you know, down to Driz. Alright, well I guess we'll do like all the warring stuff basically like next turn. So basically like, you know, you saw basically like, you know, auto build basically being like, you know, set up here and like how basically like, is helpful and stuff like that. Oh, these guys are gonna like get down here like, you know, real licky split, so
Affirmative.
3 turns get down to Drizzt to them, so why not? We'll keep on building these guys up here because like, you know, they're cheap to build. I haven't built any like fires there yet, but whatever, I'll soon build them, I guess. And yeah, these guys moved, unfortunately, so they killed my ship. Why is this guy here?
Affirmative.
Somebody basically up there to do his stuff, I guess. Alright, yeah, so next turn we'll basically like, you know, let's like do conquering a little bit. We'll basically like just conquer like the remains of like the Mega Alliance. I might win basically next turn, we'll basically see because I'm basically like fairly close to it, but you know, that'll be like for like next time. For now, let's just save it right here. I'll see you then. Take care.